Hello everyone, today is Mexican Independence Day, and the reason I wanted to explain a few things is the following. In historical context, I want you to take a look at the following maps. This one is from 1824, and you would see that Mexico extended all the way into these portions of what now is the United States. In 1870, the territories were beginning to be identified because there were many negotiations as to what was going to become what we now know of as the United States of America. Interesting, one should ask, what are the United States of America? Well, the 50 states as we know them now. And then, of course, one would discuss the territories. They are still considered territories because they do not have full voting rights, which is not to be discussed at this moment because it's Mexican Independence Day. I wanted to point out Mexico itself is this fascinating map here, which includes its own states. Now, many people have heard of Baja California as well, and I wanted to point out the obvious here. In the map of 1824, you would see that Lower California is noted here. Well, part of the negotiation was that there still would be Baja, but it was actually also negotiated to be kept by Mexico. And so when people travel to Baja California, which is Mexico, actually, technically, it is actually notably important to know that those are areas which should be adhered to the guidelines and laws of Mexico, because after all, there is a border that is crossed. And also, this is why when one does note the borders that are here, you should note, yes, this is Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California. It is the southern border, but we don't often discuss all the different states that encompass the southern border. But those were all part of the negotiation of what was to become the United States of America when it was formed. And it is important to note because Mexico itself did go through a long series of years in order to establish its own independence, but there was a lot of negotiation as to what it would